Guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I sincerely appreciate you stopping by to watch this video. To my returning subscribers, thank you for your continued support, especially with my last few videos. I saw so much more engagement than usual, and I sincerely appreciate all your love and support. To my new subscribers, welcome on board, and I hope you love it here. And if you're just watching my videos for the first time, guys, thank you for being here, and I hope you find it interesting enough to stay. All right, guys, so today I just wanted to talk to you about some fragrances that I had. I was, for some of them I didn't like a lot when I first got them, and for some I've been sitting on the fence as to how I feel. So I wanted to give you a quick update as to how I feel about some of these fragrances right now, and I have them right here in front of you. So I have four of them basically that I wanted to talk about. And I'll start with Lancome Idol. So this is Idol by Lancome. This is mainly a rose fragrance. I've done a review of this on my channel. And when I did that review, to be honest, I wasn't very impressed by the fragrance. I kind of felt like it lacked that kick, that, oomph, that extra X factor to it, for want of a better word. So I wasn't too keen on Idol when I first got it, but now after using it for a while, see that I've made quite a significant dent on it. I think it's not bad at all. I think as I get to know fragrances a lot more, I'm realizing increasingly that certain fragrances are for certain moods, and fragrances will not all fit the same, would I say, the same vibe or the same mood or the same profile. So there's some fragrances you want to wear when you need a bit of upliftment, or if you want to be uplifted. There's some you wear when you're just in the mood to be simple. You don't want to do too much. You're just looking for some quick grab and go. There's some that you wear when you really, really, really want to switch things up. There's some you wear when you're feeling bougie, rich, you want to smell luxe and luxurious and all of that. So I think personally that if you understand fragrances from that angle, then you can talk about them a bit more objectively. So back to Idol. The only thing I'll say I don't like about it is maybe the fact that it doesn't, you know, this version of it, because I hear the new versions you can stand them up, but this one you can't stand, so you kind of have to lay it down, and it gets a bit clumsy, especially when you want to do a video like this. But what do I like about it now? I like that it is a quick grab and go. It's something that I can reach for on those days when I don't want to think too much. I also think it's quite sophisticated in itself. I feel like it just has that gentle sophistication that is not too loud, and perfumes will not always be loud. That's what I'm realizing. I'm realizing increasingly that sillage is not always what it's made out to be. Everyone doesn't need to smell me to know that I'm around. I could just smell nice for me. And that's what using Idol has taught me. It does have long-lasting power, actually, and I kind of noticed that it lasts longer on cooler days. I guess maybe in the heat, with my body chemistry, it does something to the notes or whatever that makes it not last too long. But when the weather is cooler, it does last longer. When I wear it to bed, it lasts the whole night into the morning. So I love it all for what it is now. I think that I might have been a bit too quick in my prior review So I believe Idol is one of those fragrances, those rose fragrances that I want to have in my collection for much longer. I don't think I don't think that I want to let it go. I think that it's one of those fragrances that I'll use when I want to maintain that muted sophistication. So those are my thoughts on Idol. All right. Now this one is La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This one is I think L'Eau de Parfum, if I remember correctly. For this one, what did I say about it? I'd said that it smelled like I didn't get anything extra from it, and I felt like for the price point and for what it is, it's a Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance. I expected more. Um, but I've had the chance to use it now in the rainy season because when I got this, I think it was weather was still a little bit warmer, and then I used to wear it in the heat. I didn't quite like how it felt, but now that I wear it in cooler weather, I get a lot more of the vetiver in this fragrance and the pear, and I love it. Guys, it's not bad at all. It actually has fantastic longevity. For me, anyway, I'd always talked about the longevity, so that's not new. But I really do like that smell. I like the vetiver, I like the pear, but I think what gets me the most here is the pear, the sweetness of that pear, the lusciousness of it all, how it feels when I wear it. You know, when it's cold, it's really, really, really very luscious and nice, and just it feels like a burst of refreshing fruit juice. I don't know. It just feels very luscious. And the image of the pear keeps coming up in my head. You know, like when you're biting into a very juicy pear. That's what it feels like when I wear it now. And the fact that when it's cooler, I can just get wafts of the fragrance as the day goes along, especially when I put it on my wigs. You know, if I flip my hair, I can sort of catch a whiff of it, and it's very comforting to me. So I like La Belle. I actually am changing my mind about it. I'm feeling like it's not quite as plain as I described it earlier. I kind of feel like I'm loving it a bit more in the cooler weather. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm liking it now. Maybe when we transition to warmer weather again, I'll use it again and see if I feel the same way. And if I do feel the same way, then I'll know it was just me, you know, before. Maybe it just didn't fit my mood at the time when I used it initially. But anyways, for what it is now and for how I feel about it now, I think La Belle is coming back to the top in terms of just perfumes that I like. I also that burst of bergamot at the opening, I forgot to mention that. I like how it infuses, you know, the pear, and then it makes it like citrus infused pear, if you may. It's nice and I like it. So yeah, that's it for La Belle. Okay, Hypnotic Poison by Dior. This one, I didn't do a single review. I reviewed it alongside Poison Girl. And when I did, I guess I said I hadn't been hypnotized yet. But now, fast forward to the rainy season, I think the same way I'm feeling about La Belle is the way I'm feeling about this one. I feel like some fragrances work better in cooler weather. I think somehow the heat does a number on some fragrances, but in cooler weather, some fragrances perform better. And I think Hypnotic Poison is one of them. I've used it a lot in this weather, and quite frankly, it's not it's not too bad. it's not too bad at all. So for me, I've also learned to layer it. So I layer it quite a bit with some sweeter fragrances so that it takes a bit of the sweetness, from those fragrances. Hypnotic Poison has got, I believe, some lavender, no, some, hang on, what is in Hypnotic Poison? Give me a minute to check. I believe there is lavender in Hypnotic Poison. Yes, I believe there's, no, sorry, jasmine in Hypnotic Poison. So for me, jasmine is a very tough one because it can come off a bit too strong. And I don't know if anyone else has that experience, but for me, Hypnotic Poison can come off strong on the jasmine sometimes. And I'd read, so the thing with Hypnotic Poison is I'd seen a lot of reviews about it, and a lot of people talking about, oh, it's so naughty and nice, and so that was what informed my purchasing it. But I was a bit taken aback though when I bought it and it wasn't quite all it was described to be. So okay, yes, I've seen the notes now. So it has got some coconut, plum, and apricot in the opening, and then it has rosewood, jasmine, tuberose, rose, and at the base, and there's some vanilla, almond, musk, and all that. So I believe what comes through a lot in this fragrance is that jasmine and tubers. I believe that's what I get the most in this. Um, I guess what I couldn't deal with initially was the masculine leaning nature of it. I don't know. There was something a bit masculine leaning that I couldn't quite deal with at first. But now, when I wear it in the cooler weather, I find that you need to give it a bit of time to settle. And then when it does, that initial spiciness goes away. And then you can sort of feel the vanilla and the almond notes with the jasmine and the tuberose. So the vanilla sort of adds a bit of warmth to it. The nutty almond gives some creaminess to it in the dry down, and so it makes the jasmine and tuberose a bit more bearable for me, and it's not bad at all. Definitely another one with lasting power, and I like that musky feel too at the dry down. I do like that as well. So I just like it. I think obviously it's to me, I think it's, you either love it or hate it. There's no in between with this one, but I've also realized that it does better on me in cooler weather. So maybe it was the cooler weather that I was I needed to be able to appreciate this a lot more. So yeah, not poison. All right, so finally we've got Alien. Wow. The way Alien turned on me, I can't even begin to explain. This perfume did a number on me. My first review of it was brutal. But now I love Alien. I just think, again, you need to be a certain type of person to be able to pull this off. You need to be in a certain mindset to pull it off as well. Alien is bold, it's beautiful, it's jasmine, it makes a statement, it's sexy. It reminds me so much of a nightclub in the UK. It reminds me of clubbing in the UK for some reason. I don't know. My younger days, clubbing in the UK, that's all I can think. The only thing I can think about is Alien when I think UK, the UK club scene. And this is another stunner. I just feel like again, at the time I used it and did my first review, I didn't know what I know now about fragrances. There are no two aliens anywhere. You're not going to find this scent anywhere. And anybody that makes a dupe of this, you will definitely know it's a dupe. You will know that. It's a once in a lifetime fragrance. You're not going to smell this more than once in your lifetime. And I believe that's what Fairy Mugler was about. Making those bold, polarizing statements with his fragrances that you either love or hate. Alien has a cult following. It is super, super popular. I don't think there's ever going to be anything like it. And I now finally realize how fantastic it is. I also have realized that pairing Alien with sweeter gourmands also brings out the best in those gourmands. It's an elevating fragrance for a number of gourmands. I've paired it with I believe Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. I've paired it with Elise Saab, Girl of Now, and all I can say was stunning, divine, fantastic. And if there are any other adjectives you can add to the mix, please do. So Alien, my mind is totally, changed on that one. I love it now, and I must have Alien in my collection going forward. It is just in a world of its own, and you can't beat it. So guys, I didn't think this was going to be this long. This is how I feel about these 4 fragrances now, and I just thought to share that with you. Let me know if there are any fragrances that you felt one way about before and now you feel another way, maybe by virtue of using it in a different context. Let me know, guys. Till I see you again on my next video. Enjoy yourself. Bye.